then we about to go on air right now. We just got 2 or 3 seconds before it pops up, and we looking good up there.
Looking good up there.
Programming and guys, how y'all doing out there? Happy New Year's. We just a few. We'll me and Gerald a few hours above because you know we're a little old school, boy. We ain't trying to be out there when they shooting that pistol up in the air. Gerald, I got my main man here, Gerald Parks. And tonight, I said, Gerald, man, you can't come in here talking about that Donald Trump. He said, what? Yeah, so we're going to talk about Donald Trump. We're going to talk about fuck the streets. We're going to talk about leadership. We're going to talk about how to grow the Doug Best Show. And Gerald, man, I love you for coming in here, man. I've been asking people to come be on the Doug Best Show, but today I'm going to tell you yesterday what we did. I went and got the license. I did the thing with the California State and got the LLC. I went to the bank, make sure I put the money in there, so I can. It's a legitimate business.
Yeah.
And then so now, me and you were just talking before we went on air about what we got to do to grow the show. And guys, Happy New Year's out there. Just my main man, Gerald Parks. He been around for a long time. And Gerald, I just want to just ask you to do one thing for us, man, all of us out there. Man, don't hold back, man. If you kind of don't like Trump a little bit or you love him, go and tell the truth, man. Let's start off and talk about Trump, man. Do you love him, yes or no, man?
No, I don't.
Wait, you huh?
No,
Okay.
He is probably the biggest devil. If there ever been an antichrist, Trump is that. This is the worst thing America could have ever done.
He rich though, Gerald.
Rich. Money don't have the value of family and love and taking care of the children and all the responsibilities.
Is he racist?
Yes, he racist. He very racist. He don't talk about Africa, the certain countries.
Shithole countries.
Shithole countries. He even right now he's cracking down on the African peoples and
Somalians.
Yeah, so he's a dog, man. He's just a straight out dog. I can't believe that the American people would set up there and vote. Over 80 million people voted for this man.
What about the blacks and the Mexicans that voted for him?
And even them, 20% of black, 40-some% of Mexican, and now they see what they weak, or what they sold for their vote. You sort of like sold out to American people. Votes have consequences. And when you sit up there and you put a liar that lied because it has been stated that he lied over his first term.
Thank you, Senorita.
I think it was 9,000 and some lies that he told in his first term. How would you vote for someone that you know is a bone-faced liar? I won't even be friends with no one that lies all the time. I mean, how can I? You can't trust him.
Gerald, you saying, I just want to make sure that you're getting it right. We talking about Donald Trump, President of the United States.
President of the United States.
Is he a con man or you say he's a bone? I don't know. I'm on the Doug Best Show, baby. I'm just telling you, Gerald.
He are a straight con man. He have con America. He done made over $3 billion as he been in the White House, and this is only 1 year. His son, his kinfolks, all them billionaires, they just wiping out your tax dollars. They are flying around in planes, the Attorney General, the FBI director. These people is nothing but con artists. This is what you have put in America with your vote, a con man.
Is this a happy New Year's on?
Yeah, it is.
2025, man. Is it going to be better next year, Gerald? You know he got 3 more. Guys, y'all on the Doug Best Show. We got 3 more years in there.
Yeah, we got 3 more years of this shit.
Oh, my God.
And what we're going to have to do is buckle down and protest, get in with the No King March, which I have been a part of, anything. Just bring the truth to people, make them understand that they vote have consequences. And the only way that we can recommend ourselves to fix this is we vote out them Republicans, the Senate and the House. Everyone should join together and vote these people out of office. They are not governing. They are not doing anything but following orders from Donald Trump. They even try to had Texas redistrict district to steal 5 seats. This man he have no principles, no honor, nothing. He have tore down the part of the White House that built it in his image. He put his name on the Kennedy Center. What's wrong with America? Is y'all going plain crazy? I don't know how could you be so dumb.
I take it you don't like Trump right now.
I don't like Trump, and I don't like the weakness that they done voting for. You had a candidate to vote for, Miss Harris. She might have not been what you wanted, but she wasn't a thief. She wasn't a liar. She was someone that had principles and dignity about herself. But you go vote for a tyrant. You are just as much as cause of the starvation that they have done to the peoples in Africa by cutting off that aid. You are just as much as responsible for that as Trump is, because you knew that this man was no good and you voted him back in. I can understand why the Ku Klux Klan and all the skinheads and all these racist groups, you can't change them. They're always going to be devils. But people that have dignity and principles about themselves and wouldn't even allow Trump to be around their kids, but you would vote for him and put him in power over the American people, you are the cause of this shit.
Yeah, Gerald, so stay right there with me. I'm not interrupting you.
I'm sorry.
No, man, no.
I am.
No, ain't no apologies, Gerald.
Yeah,
Gerald. So now, I know you watch the news all day long.
Every day.
And then, so now, President Trump and the Secretary of State.
Yeah.
Are they really finna go in there and take that oil from Venezuela?
They doing it. And that's nothing but a con game to take them people's oil, to remove
Is
that
it gonna
man
help
from
us,
power. No, it ain't going to help us. It's going to help the shell company or Chevron or whoever take over it. It's just, the man might not be any good in Venezuela, but still and again, there's ways of doing things. To just drop bombs down on ships, they could arrest these people. They can interrogate these people the way law enforcement is supposed to be. But this tired shit that he's doing, he's just blowing these boats up, trying to put pressure on that man in Venezuela to make him leave office. And it just ain't right. This is what y'all have done, the 80 million people that voted for him. And I'm so embarrassed that 20% of our people decide that they know something. The young black man, you're supposed to know better than the 80% that didn't vote for him. Black people is the only people on this planet, or at least in America, that vote 80%. We have always at least voted 80% one way. Why? Because we know what the devil is. These people have enslaved us practically for 400 years, 100 years of Jim Crow. Don't you think we know what the devil is?
Yeah, Gerald, but what? I just wish we had somebody out there, man.
They need to wake up.
I want to know if we got anybody out there that like Trump, man, that just tuned in. This is Doug Best Show. Are we finna take it a whole nother level? Kenneth Hendricks. If somebody out there, somebody calling. I know you don't want to, but you could type on the thing right here on the comments and I could see it. Kenneth Hendricks. I know that you're a Donald Trump supporter. And I'm not saying whether I like the man or I don't like him. I'm just trying to stimulate some conversation right now. Stimulate some conversation. Yeah, but Gerald, what the point that I was going to make, though. Some people think it don't make no difference if it's Donald Trump or it's Obama or it's anybody else on the Democratic side. Some people think that all them snakes.
Yeah, but that's
is they all snakes or what?
No. They're not
Okay,
all
well, let me
slaves.
know now.
And the people that think like that is fools. You are a fool because there's
Wait a minute,
only
Gerald.
way
Wait, Gerald.
that you can
Gerald,
change
tell him right
America.
there, man.
They are simply dumb fools because there's
He don't
only
like Trump.
one way that you can change America is through voting. You're not
But
going
they
to
voted for Trump
overpower this
already.
country. Well, that's why we got what we got, because they're ignorant. Anybody that vote for a liar that knows he's a liar, because he was in office 4 years prior to this, 8 years prior to this, because Biden was there for 4 years. You had pretty decent government. They passed pretty good bills, but Biden was too old. I wouldn't care if he was 100 years old. He is an honest man.
But
Don't you know there's a difference from a liar, a cheater, a thief, a rapist? All this shit this man have done, molested women, and you still voted for him. You are 80 million sick-ass people, and you are the cause of all the shit that he's putting down. You are part of it. So when you die and you wake up inside of the sun, because that's what God finna put your ass, inside of the sun. Hellfire, is there any better place to put you? The sun. It's in our orbit, so where's hellfire? My theory is the sun. So that's your abiding place, unless you repent. The way to repent is we all vote for a Democratic, remove these Republicans from power because they are not governing. So we can fix this country. Wake up, America. You only got two parties that's going to win this election. All we got to do is go Democrat, put enough people in power, and vote for people that thinks the way you think. And we can change this government. So the people think, well, it don't make no difference if it's Democratic or Republican. You're the sick-ass, stupid, little-minded people that thinks like that.
Yeah, well, I could just tell you right now, folks. I could just tell y'all right now, folks. This is the start of 2026. Some people out there probably thought, okay, man, what that dude Doug best keep talking about? I'm talking about, we finna take this thing. And Gerald just getting started.
Just getting started.
And then, guys, I want to just tell you out there, some people out there, I want to make sure that you're clear. Oftentimes, we're going to have guests on the Doug Best Show, and I might not totally agree with them in some of the things. I might not totally disagree with Donald Trump on some things. But here, I'm like in the middle. I just want to make sure that we stimulate some kind of conversation. So, Gerald, we're going to go back to Trump real fast because some people think that Biden was senile.
Biden was, he had a little old age creeping in, but he was an honest man.
Okay.
And he had peoples around him that can guide the government if he slip a little bit. But I would take Biden 10 times out of 10 before I vote for a fucking thief and a rapist and a murderer and everything else.
Somebody. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. Okay, Gerald, stay with me right here.
Yeah.
Black people.
They
got a culture, the rap culture. And then they got something going on. The guy's name was 21 Savage. He started something about a week ago. And he says, fuck the streets. Fuck the streets. And then also I seen him on a podcast. I guess he was getting a lot of backlash. And he says, I meant to say the streets. I'm going to see if I can clarify it, articulate it a little bit for a few people out there that might not understand. Some of the white people, some of the Hispanics. And what he was saying, even though some black people grew up in poverty, on welfare, on food stamps. They may have sold drugs. They might have been in prison. But once you grow, rappers, and once you grow and you become wiser and smarter, should you still continue to exploit that lifestyle? Or do you start teaching people to kind of, if you had to go through that, if you hustling, this was 21 Savage how he explained it. If you hustling, I'm not against you. But I'm saying once you get in a position to change your life, you should change your life. That's what he meant by fuck the streets. He was saying that, some of the people that was snitching, do you kill them or do you just accept that they did what they did, and then hope that they grow and become better? What's your thoughts, Gerald? Because, I'm not gonna go too deep in it. You know the streets. I know the streets. We know the demographics.
Well, I tell you this: the streets ain't going anywhere because there's too many people, Mexican, Hmong, black, that come from the bottom of life, and they is in that environment.
That's
now,
him right there. That's it. You talking to him, Gerald?
Yeah,
that's
I'm talking to
Gerald
him.
Parks. Happy New Year's, baby.
I think that everyone should have morals and respect and dignity for one another. I don't care if you sell drugs. I mean, I have done it myself. As you grow older, you should get more wiser. We all should. I would never taught my kids everything against drugs because it destroyed my life. So why would I invite this letdown to my children? I kept it totally away from them. I made sure that they didn't have no affiliated with the street. I kept them in sports, books, and things like that. Now, I'm sure most people are like this. No one with any sense would want their children to go through the street life. It's dangerous. They have gangs. They have all this. It's no good. They don't know how to shoot guns. They shoot guns. They kill babies, because they don't know how to shoot. So they don't ever hit what they targeted after most of the time. So, it's something that we can't get rid of, but that don't mean that we have to train our kids to do the same thing. Everyone should get wiser as they get older. I don't regret too many things that I've done because it ain't too many things that I've done to no one. I believe in the serving God, you must serve the creation of God. So when I sold drugs, I helped all that needed my help. I wouldn't let no one be sick. If I seen them be sick, they're my customer, I'm going to give them something get well. I'm just like that. Most people is not. I have found that out in life. Lots of people just don't have the principles and dignity in themselves. They devilish. They want for themselves. They steal, they rob, they cheat. But the streets ain't going nowhere. So all we have to do is hope that everyone grow up, as I have Doug have, and try to teach everyone there's a better way. But what we need is a government that helps develop our people. If you put a tyrant in like Trump, he even trying to wipe out our history. He don't want them to know that, we didn't.
History.
Yeah.
Black history?
It's black history. And everyone else history. All the one he want to concern is white history with lies at that. They want to lie about it. So, this shit is so crazy and the internet is so crazy. You don't know if you listen to China or if you listen to Russia, it's just fake. So if you want the truth, don't get it from the internet because you don't even know if you're getting the truth. I had a relative in my family. He kind of called Obama bad because he killed a terrorist. He called him his brother, Muslim brother. I said, was he a terrorist on his name? Yeah. Well, what the hell you expect? He was a terrorist. He killing kids. Obama blow his ass up, and then you think I'm supposed to call him my brother? No, I'm not calling nobody no brother that does that kind of killing. And anyway, we broke up friendship over that shit. And then he ran around and tell my son that I talked about Muslim. I ain't never talked about a Muslim. I talk about a terrorist. But if he want to be, he must have got, you watch that internet, and then you start believing in that theory.
Gerald, don't forget right now, man, we on the internet. And guys,
I forgot.
We on the internet.
I'm just talking like I'm just here.
Hey,
But
happy New Year's, baby. We're a few hours away. We're doing it early because, we don't want to get caught up in the shooting and the traffic. Gerald, I love you for being on here.
Yeah, it's good, Doug. Anytime to
Yeah, we're going to grow it, man. We're going to promote it. I appreciate you for coming here, man. Gerald, just stay with me.
Yeah.
We stand right. You guys, this is what we need on there. We need passion. We need a female that could come on here and then, if the men treating you right, say, I just love them people. But if you got a low-down, dirty dog, We need somebody to come on now. I've been trying to get the queen. Bev,
Queen, huh?
no, Bev Smith. You remember Big Jimmy Smith?
Yeah.
Sister? Bev.
Mhm.
Or Sheila Wilkinson, or somebody that ain't scared to speak their mind. Man, ain't no difference than somebody being in New York City or Chicago than being right here. Cause on the playing field,
It's all the same.
cause we on the internet right now, baby. But
Yeah.
we telling the truth. Somebody asked me today, man, what's the Doug Best show about? Some real life. I told him I'm gonna have a guy on there, Gerald Parks, and my son. They got a little guy in their age bracket. It's called Charleston White.
Yeah.
And you seen him?
No.
Yeah, Charleston White. But sometimes he go into a character, but then he'll start spitting the real too. And guys, if we got anybody out there, y'all want to come be on the show, you can come be on the show, man.
Yeah. Just talk to real.
Talk to real. And then Gerald, I got a couple of more questions for you.
Yeah. Go for
I'm
it.
gonna so Gerald, man, who is the real black leader for black people right now? Is it one of the rappers? Is they done made 50 Cent the leader?
Shit.
Stephen A. Smith the leader?
If they
Shannon
have-
Sharp the leader?
Yeah.
Al Sharpton? I don't know who's the leader, man, of the black people right now.
Nobody.
Wait a minute. What about
Ah.
Kamala Harris and Obama? Is they too old or Farrakhan?
No, they're not too old. I mean, they are not really what you would call a black leader. Harris, they
Politicians.
Politicians.
All politicians snakes?
No. They
you,
got most of the black peoples that is politician, from my experience, they are pretty good people. They got good heart, just like my heart is good. You got people that looks out for themselves. Everyone does. But, is they there to represent the people? Yeah, they are. And why people say the Democrats is they don't understand and this and that, they understand. Hell, they come from the same life that I come from. Now, I don't know about all them white people.
What about
that's
Hakeem
Democrat.
Jeffries? Is he?
Hakeem Jeffries is a heavy brother. He
And
is a good brother.
Then
You can trust
Crockett.
Hakeem Jeffries.
Crockett.
Crockett is down to the earth. That is a dedicated sister to what she believed in, and she believed in helping the American people.
Okay.
And these are the kind of people that we got to go out and get on your show because
We
they
need
are
'em, baby.
heavy,
Yo, come on now,
heavy
baby.
people. But Crockett, Hefting, Jeffrey, them is right on peoples, man. And if y'all can't see it, you're blind.
What about Al Sharpton?
Al Sharpton is he all right, but I don't consider him. I went back to New York and tried to have dinner with Sharpton. He ran from me like I was an enemy, and I was just one person in New York. Just try to express my feelings and even picket with him on one time. He wasn't there that Saturday that we picket, but and gave him funds but he's sort of like. He mean good, but he's not a leader of the black people. I can tell you that. He is the leader of the peoples in Harlem, but most of them is old folks. They come and they donate all their little money. He beg for their money and shit, and he got millions. And I feel kind of sorry that he was saying, well, it takes money for me to fly around and represent it, and then these people is giving them their money and stuff.
Right.
I met his lawyer up there. I told him, I said, look, man, y'all look like y'all waiting on somebody to get shot, but you can go out there and start picking, because you picking BC or this don't seem like worth the time, but you ain't got nothing to do until somebody gets shot, and then you run out there and you'll represent. But somebody got to do it, so he does it. But he's not a Martin Luther King, that's for sure.
And then Gerald. So what about in the city of Fresno? I had our good brother on here, Floyd Harris. He stands out, and then you got the preachers, and I can't really think of no politicians.
Well,
Les Kimmer, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. And it's not no black politician in Fresno. Nobody not concerned of running in Fresno black. It's supposed to be 40,000
Miss
black
Thomas.
people.
They got Miss Thomas.
Mr. Thomas?
No, Dean Thomas' daughter.
Oh, Dean Thomas' daughter?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know too much about her. I'm not really off into Fresno. I mean, I just kind of stay to myself, We used to be unified when I came up.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do things together. But now, black people don't really do anything together.
And the church. What about the church?
Well, they do that, but I stayed away from that because I'm not finna.
I seen T.I. the other day. I seen the T.I. the other day, and he was talking to one of the young rappers. I mean, he's a gospel rapper, and he said that we had Lonnie on there last time you and Lonnie was on.
Yeah,
I love Lonnie.
Lonnie, he cool. I mean, all the pastors is cool. My brother go to the church on west side. It's a good church. The pastor seemed to be cool.
But they said, T.I. said, and I'm wondering if anybody else out there, Happy New Year, everybody. We starting off, we gonna close the show on a high note.
We need a black leader in Fresno. Someone to speak out and join the people together.
What about Floyd Harris and the young brother over there at St. Rest? They seem to have a hold of the mantle.
Well, if they...
Joby Jones got Mike Harris.
Yeah, I met Joby Jones one time at his funeral, and I thought he was Joby Sr. That's how crazy I am. But I talked to the brother, and he's really committed to the young peoples and things. And
Hawk Loke, I just seen you, baby. Get somebody to tune in and make some comments unless you love Trump, huh? Happy New Year's. Go ahead, Gerald.
But no, there are several people like Joby Jones. They all ministers, and they trying to turn everybody to Jesus. It's not my thing, really. I don't really need no one to take me to God. I know how to pray. I know how to serve God. I serve God by serving the creation of God. I don't need to go to church to do all that. I mean, but if it's for you, then you do that. But for me, I don't need it like that. And religion is not really. Religion is too much con in it. But there's some good pastors that does good things. Don't get me wrong. I don't
spirituality is good.
And they help, they feed people's. It's a lot of most black people is good people. I don't know no evil black people. Listen, you out in the streets and you want to play that gangster role, and then they act the way they really not. They just does it to be a part of the thing, I guess. They're not really killers. They don't even know how to shoot. So how can you be a killer and you can't even shoot?
Yeah, Gerald, so I was going to ask you right here. How was 2025 for you?
It ain't what I wanted, but I'm not starving.
What did you want?
Well, I'm retired. So I'm retired, man. It's not much to do. But my family,
you're
my
welcome
kids,
to come on the show, man. We gonna do a lot of shows, Gerald. Just gotta grow it.
Life is all right for me. I mean, I'm not doing
wife
bad.
And kids and grandkids.
Plenty of grandkids, 13 to 14 grandkids, about 9 great grandkids. My life is fulfillment. I mean, I was blessed enough to get out that crazy world to be able to raise my kids. So I thank God for that because, there's times that I shouldn't have been here, if things would have went the wrong way.
And Gerald, tell them about your brother that went to the Olympics and your nephew. Your nephew just playing that ball that that dunked on LeBron. Did he dunk on LeBron?
I didn't see that.
No, I thought you said he dunked on LeBron, man.
No.
Okay, well, give me right there.
But anyway, he's doing good. His name is Cedric Coward. And he played for Memphis Grizzlies. And it's my brother Maxie, which was an Olympic medal winner.
Yeah, he ran the 400.
Right, the relay. And he also ran the 880, but he took 5th place in that.
Okay.
And he would have went back again, but then that was a year that
I tried to get Carl Harris on the show, man. Carl, but he'll still get on the show.
But anyway, I'm gonna bring Maxie one day and get on the show. We'll talk. And little Cedric, check out the Grizzlies. Cedric Howard, you'll like him. He's really playing hard. I think he's about the 3rd best rookie. He was drafted number 11, but I think his record indicates that he might be right at the top.
Do he start?
Yeah,
he starts.
He starts.
So what is he, a point guard or
he a guard.
How tall is he?
He's 6'6".
I was gonna say I'll dunk on him, but my shoulder hurting. I can't dribble the ball right now.
But he guards the best players on the other team. So
Have he guarded LeBron? Have he guarded LeBron yet, man?
well,
LeBron.
I'm sure he have. But LeBron is yeah. Well, if he handling the ball, but mostly he guard the two guard. LeBron normally play the three. You know, or the four. But you know he guard anywhere from 1 to 4.
Okay.
You know he's really good at defense, and well that's why they drafted him really. And but things is going cool for him and me and my family.
Yeah, Gerald.
I just wish the American people can wake up.
Yeah, Gerald. So I was going. Then we got 2 more little points we're going to touch before we get out of here. Hey guys, y'all on the Doug Best Show. The show is growing. We're going to have people on there all the time. Gerald was saying 2 things we want to touch before we go. Gerald, you were saying, how do you think that, that we could grow the show more?
Well,
you could talk to the people, man.
Right. Well, what we got to do, we got to get people interested in being on the show. And then my suggestion, we're going to get out and we're going to talk to politicians and drag some of them in here. And
what if they be lying, though? Do we call them out?
Well, yeah, you call them out. I mean, you call out any liar if they gonna bald face lie right in your face. But I think most Democratic peoples is pretty cool.
Republicans, we need Republicans and independents too, though.
Yeah, you can bring them, but they ain't nothing but liars, cheaters, and thieves. All of them.
But in the city of Fresno, this is a conservative city.
Yeah, well, it is. It ain't never had a black mayor, and it ain't never had a Democratic mayor. It's
Lord
a
Harris
Republican
ran,
city.
And Johnny Nillum ran. They didn't get that many votes.
Yeah, well, he ran.
They ran.
But no, we have never had a Democratic mayor. It's, even Spanish people, they vote Republican. I don't know why y'all feel the Republican. These is the people that want to enslave you.
Do you think the Mexicans regret it that they voted?
The Mexicans in California have woke up. They don't vote Republican. After the Republicans screwed them over so many times, they woke up. They vote Democrat. And the rest of the country need to wake up. These people, the Republicans do not care anything about Spanish people, Mexican people. As far as they're concerned, you just another slave. They treating them so bad. They arresting the people. It's just insane the way they doing these people. And some of these people have been in this country for 30 years, got businesses and kids in the service and all this. They don't care. So you need to not care about them.
So Gerald, and then just right here, Oswald. You remember Oswald?
Yeah.
Oswald Hawkins. He's there. Oswald, can I tell him what you said on the thing? He said, "Hey, pops." He said, "You grew you got some grease and formula in there. Come that gray hair." No, he didn't say that.
Yeah.
He said, "Gerald used to come to my house all the time on Mayor."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Buying him out.
Yeah.
Buying him
but
out.
Oswald's a preacher now, though.
Well, that's good,
Oswald's a preacher. And then Anthony Baker. Anthony Baker says,
I stayed Oswald where I stay now, across the street from Eddie Morales. They told me that you had beat him out of so much money that you left town.
Yeah, I said, Vera Grant said, what's wrong with the sound? I asked my senorita, is the sound up out there? Oswald, is the sound right? The sound sounds okay in here. Vera Grant said, what's wrong with the sound? I texted her an hour ago. What's the volume? I guess she's not looking at the phone. How you guys doing out there? And somebody else said, Normita, can you hear it in there? Yeah, guys, I turned the volume up. I don't know what happened. I had her in there looking at it, but she must let me go here. Is the sound okay on the thing? You cannot?
We ain't got no sound?
No, we got the Oswald.
What's up, brother? I was just joking with you a little bit.
Yeah, Oswald says, I'm not sure right here. The sound, you hear the sound in the volume over there, though, right? You hear it, don't you, Gerald?
Yeah, I do.
I hear the sound over here. I'm going to go and check over here. I'm going to have to get a person, that's their job over here. The sound might have went down. What about now out there? How you guys hear it? I'm going to get somebody's, that's their job, is just to make sure that everything's Right. Remember we was talking about that earlier about how we gonna grow the show. I need somebody to
Yeah,
stay on
well,
top of it. But yeah, it's all right.
I'm gonna work with you, Doug. I mean, I'm gonna.
Maurice Simpson says, I remember Gerald being a professional carpenter. No, Gerald ain't been no professional carpenter. Gerald was
Gerald
always
was one of the best carpenters
no.
in this
She was
town.
suited, huh? Yeah. Yeah, we just going back over here, just looking at the different things that people saying over here. And Anthony Baker, Vera, how's the sound out there? Yeah, Fresno Native says, Fresno Native, can you hear me right now? Yeah, I made the adjustments on the thing. I don't know what happened, where it's going on. Yeah, so Gerald, I'm just going to ask you this right here, though. Okay, so we know what's going on in the world.
I do.
And then we leave in 2025. You guys on the Doug Best Show, we're going to grow. Don't worry about it, guys. We're going to grow it. And then we leave in 2025.
Into 2026.
And then we go into 2026.
Thank God for that.
So how do the average person grow and increase their status in the world? But yet, I seen my son say something today.
Well,
like
my opinion, you work hard at what you love. Try to find something that you do love.
And then what about the people in the streets, though? You can't just throw them away. You can't just say, fuck
that's
the
not
street.
going nowhere. The streets ain't going nowhere. They're always going to be there because we ain't fixed our government. Once we fix our government, we can raise our people from the streets because we'll give them more things to do. But as long as this government, these Republicans, keep controlling, then this is where we're going to always be. We got a government, they'll vote Democrat. Then the Democrats come in and fix all the shit that the Republicans messed up and stole all the money. Then the peoples will go back to the Republicans after they everything been put back together. And then the Republicans lie to them again and promise them all this shit. And then they don't do anything. Then they steal all the money from the government. And then they run back to the Democrat. Democrat will be in there 8 years. Then the Republican will come back up lying to them again, and then they go vote for him. And then that's the way our cycle been going on.
So Gerald, so just say if you just an average person out there. Tasha, I see you right there. Tasha Harris says, I love Gerald and Victoria. And Fresno
We
Native.
love you too.
How's the volume? I'm not sure what caused the volume to go up and down. I paid a guy to come in and fix everything the other day. But we should be back up now. So, Gerald, and then we're going to close in a minute, guys. We on the Doug Best Show. Tasha, we need people, Tasha Harris, we need people like you to come get on the show, man, and say some of them low-down, dirty niggas ain't worth a dime. Or you might come in and say, I love my brothers. We need some Mexican women, some Spanish women, some Asian women, some black women, some white women to come get on the show, man. Let's just chop it up. When you guys see the Breakfast Club, Maurice says, man, don't keep talking about the other shows, but they just benchmarks that we trying to reach to. When you see the Breakfast Club, you see the ladies on there talking. The ladies here in Fresno, you guys got an opinion too. I talked to my friend, Arthur Nair Jace, and he says, man, you got to get spring yards. That way, you could talk to some of them people in different cities. I'm working on it. Next time we get on the show, I'm going to have it where, I might have one of my partners in another city, Chicago, whatever. And we're going to be able to split the screen and we're going to be able to talk to him. We might talk to Al Sharpton one time. Get him on the show. He could be in New York City, but
right.
That's what the internet can be. So you see, I got all this thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of equipment. I'm just learning how to do it.
Well, you're going to get it together.
I'm going to get it together. And then everybody out there, let's see who else. Fresno native, Anthony Baker. He said, they still liars. You don't like Donald Trump? Anthony Baker, man, don't say. Kenneth Hendricks, man, tune in. Yeah, Gerald, so we talked about who's the black leader. We don't really have a black leader.
No, we don't have a black leader.
Nationally,
I don't think we have a black leader.
We don't really have a black leader. So have they relegated the black leadership to the entertainment? 50 Cent, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp.
They represent themselves. They don't represent me. I mean, I don't see them talking, representing. To represent black people, you got to get out and talk
What about Charlamagne the God and all these people on the podcast? Like they making them the leaders where when something
maybe
happened.
they are. I mean, I can't really criticize to say they not. I have heard all of them talk. I'm not impressed with them myself.
You like Joy Reid though, right?
I like people that would get up and talk like I do and tell it like it is. That them
Dr. Umar, you know him?
No, I'm not.
What about Joy Reid? She.
Yeah, I like Joy Reid when she was on MS
NBC.
Yeah, she's a very outspoken lady, and she tell the truth. At least of the politics area that she was in. I mean, lots of them can step up and be leaders if that's what they want.
What about Don Lemon?
To be a leader, you got to be like Martin Luther King. To get out there and talk and join people together and march and then Reverend Barber. If there was a leader that I would say leading, it would be Reverend Barber.
Who is she?
He's he.
Oh.
He's a minister in North Carolina. I went back there and stayed 11 days with him. I was so impressed with the brother. I just went back there and went to church with him for 11 days and went to Virginia with other churches with him. And we had a big march in the capital of North Carolina. And that's the first protest that I ever been in. I just was impressed. So I went back there and stayed 11 days. Reverend Barber is heavy. Now, if there's a leader, that would be my leader, Reverend Barber. He's a brother, very educated, minister, but he's taught. He does the Poor Man March. You ever heard the Poor Man March? No. Really. Okay, well, he marched on Washington a couple of times and stuff. But Barber is heavy. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the only leader that I know that I would follow. The rest of them, well, they don't talk a good enough game for my followership. You have to really impress me, dude. I don't need a leader. I mean, I have a mind of my own. But peoples do need a leader. The Black American peoples need a leader. We need to join together and, we have to think about the peoples on the street. We need to save our young people from the street because we don't want them using drugs. But it's no
money, economics.
Yeah, we want them to go to school. We want them to play ball. We want them to
money though, Gerald. So going to school.
Well, that's how you get money. You go to school, you get knowledge. Knowledge bring you money. If you don't get no knowledge and no sense,
the application of the knowledge, using it.
The Smith boy, what his name, J.R., the one you was talking about. They all went to school. That's why they put themselves in position to have money, because they went to school. I recommend all young people to go to school. If you got the sense and the brain, go to school, please. I wished I would have stayed my ass in school. And then I probably could have been the activist that I always wanted to be. And but to be an activist, you got to work. You got to start. Are you gonna be willing to
die though? You say Martin Luther King.
Well, be willing to die. I mean, if that's what you believe in, I was been willing to die for being an activist. But I kind of got old, and which I still got voice, and I still can be an active. But
you've been an activist right now.
Well, now, but I'm in Fresno, and we kind of away from everything.
Yeah, Gerald. I used to be thinking about that. The demographics make a difference. I was thinking. I just read the guy Charlamagne God book. It's called Black Privilege, and then that's the biggest thing that he talk about in there. Is at first I thought it was the blueprint for podcasts, but it's not. It's his autobiography. But this the thing, and he stressed a lot. Man, with this internet, Gerald, and everybody that's out there listening, I hope that the voices carry. The demographics, the geography, where you at, it don't make a difference.
No, it don't now.
It's about getting on the show like me and you doing right now. We're not going to change everything in one day.
That's right.
Me and you get on the show. Tasha Harris come get on the show. Reverend Floyd Harris come get on the show. My main man, Mike Hughes come get on the show.
Right.
Aaron Foster came down on the show. The city councilman, Nick Richardson, came down on the show. Me and my senorita was on the show last night. It's about just keep going.
Rolling.
And then so what happened with this social media, You could be, oh, the other day, man, we went to Japan. I met a little guy in Japan, and he texted me the other day on Facebook.
Oh, yeah?
That's how powerful this social media is. So
Well, it's
even though we're
powerful.
here in the city of Fresno, and you getting a little older, I'm getting a little older, man, we could touch millions of people.
We can.
But you just
And,
got to believe.
You got to believe and you got to stay with it.
You got to stay with it. And
So
then,
what we're going to do is try to expand your social media. That's good enough for me. I'm just
I appreciate you for that
wanted
too.
to just give my 2 cents, especially about the way we should join together and vote. And we put in there 60 senators, Democrat, and control the House and win the presidency. We can change America. This is the only
But
way
they say
to change America.
politics starts locally. What about
Well,
the locally?
well, I mean that's it starts here too. I mean, it works its way all the way up. But I'm talking about the federal government. That's what makes the change. The federal government. Local government changes California. You know, you can start locally, you work your way inside of politics, and then you have the say-so in California. But I'm talking about for all 50 states, and that takes the federal government. That takes for us to control the Senate, the House, and the presidency. Put people in there that think the way we think, to change all the laws that benefit us, the people, not billionaires and shit. And we can do this if we can get these ignorant ass white people to understand, and the dumb Mexicans that would stop voting for them fucking Republicans. You see what they're treating you like dogs, so why vote for them? They're not going to change. These are the people that enslaved the Japanese. They killed all the Indians. They enslaved black people. They are now rounding up Spanish peoples like they was cattle and putting them in cages and shit. They never going to change. If you don't see this, then you are as dumb and ignorant, as evil as they are. Because you need to see this and understand, don't vote for Republican to save a few dollars on your taxes. Them dollars is not going to change the world. Vote Democratic, and I'm telling you, we can change America.
Yeah, Gerald. But what about the white people out there and the Mexicans out there that says, hey man, that guy's
Well,
racist.
there's some good white people now, and
It
there's
might-
some
what-
good
what-
Mexicans,
what if
and
they
they
think
are
he's
Democratic.
racist?
They are not Republican. They are Democratic people are good white people. The Democratic Mexicans are good Mexicans. Democratic people, 80% of black people always vote Democrat because we know where the devil's at. They're in the Republican Party.
Yeah, Gerald. So you think that do you think that just because the people got a different ideology that they bad?
Hell yeah.
'Cause-
They bad?
No, so,
All them want to sit up there and vote to take your child care, vote to take your health care, all this shit. What else you think they are?
But
They
see-
don't do nothing for you. They got their own people voting against their own interests. But white people, as long as they see white people there, they happy. They can be broke as hell. Hell, white people is in charge, so everything is right. I'd rather have a woman being the president because she got
you
more
might have to move
sympathy.
to Mexico. That's what a woman president is.
Well, I bet she got more passion, more sympathy, and she's strong and will fight and go to war just like a man will. If Harris or Clinton would have been in there, we'd have been way far better than having Trump in there.
But
I can tell you that.
But the economy for the gross domestic product, it might be better. And
If everything would be better. And you have to give it time. They will put a Democratic in there for 8 years, get tired of him, go follow the lies that the Republicans tell them, and go that shit, and they takes all the money out the government, break the shit, banks and everything go crazy, your house goes in the market, it's just everything is corrupt when they is in power.
yeah, Gerald, let me just tell you what a couple of people saying on here. It says, Shayla Lala, she says, for real, the motherfuckers is dirty. I'm reading this what the people saying. I'm not using profanity. and it says, Hawk Loke says, I hear you, doctor, but it could be a little louder. I'm turning it up a little bit. And then it says Maurice Simpson. They took away the job skills for the black community, and they tell them to go to college and get a loan. And then when you go to college and get a loan, you still owe the money.
Yeah. They're full of shit. But then if we'd have put them, Biden tried to get rid of the college debt. Who stopped it? Republicans.
I'm not sure why it changes here.
I'm telling you, people, these people is never, ever going to get any better. They are the slave masters, children's. They're the one that kill all the Indians. The same people that come from the breed of the slave master is the same Republicans today. They will never, ever get any better.
Never?
Never.
Oh, my God.
The devil will always be the devil. And if you don't understand that, then that's how we getting fooled and messed over. I can understand white people being fooled because they ain't got no sense anyway.
Oh, my God, Gerald.
The Republican one, they don't. And the independent voters, they get fooled. You go for them lies every time. The Democrats get in there, they try to bring health care, they try to do this, they try to do that. Then after 8 years, the Republicans start lying, and you run your ass right back over there and vote for them. Put them back in office, what do? Destroy the whole system. Then you run back to Democrats to fix the shit. They fix it. What you do after 8 years? Run back to the Republicans because they lied to you. Stop doing that. Are you scared to vote the same as black people because it's 80% of us vote Democratic? Is that why you refuse to keep voting Democrat? Mm-hmm. Black people are the best people on the planet by none. We went through all this shit. 300 and some years of slavery, 100 years of Jim Crow, and we still be your friend.
Yeah. So, Gerald, we coming to the end of the show.
Yeah.
And then we boy, is he passionate? Boy, you make a hell of a preacher right there, Gerald.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
Make a hell of a preacher. Yeah, guys, and everybody that's been tuning in out there with us. Man, I love you guys out there. And, you know, with the volume, I've been making the adjustments. I'm not sure what the guy did when he came. And he changed something, but we got it. We got everything that we're supposed to have here.
I just hope the message have been delivered to the fact that we have to do one thing. We have to vote Democrat. I don't care what
about the millions and millions and millions and millions of people that don't agree with you?
Well, they fucked. That's all I can say. You are ignorant, you stupid, and you don't know shit. Because I ain't 71 to be no fool. And I'm telling you, the only way to change this government is through two parties, Republican or Democrat. And you have had enough of this Republican shit for years. It don't never change.
Years up under the great
Well,
Donald
ain't
Trump.
nothing we can do about it unless somebody kill him.
No, don't say that.
Well, if they do, it's blessing for him.
No, don't say that now.
Well, that's all right. I'm not going to kill him, but if somebody kill him, then that's God's will, ain't it? It ain't mine. I have nothing to do with it. I don't have no sympathy. They say that shot was fake, that they staged that. Yeah, I thought it was
well,
real.
We got to be real careful with that, man.
I know
they could take a sound bite on these social medias and make it seem like something. We ain't saying nothing happened to the great Donald.
We ain't going. We just in friends. No, I'm just saying the only way to get rid of him, they're not going to impeach him, because even if they impeached him, when the Democrats take part, the Republican is not going to go with it. You got to have 60 votes, so he's not going to get impeached. Supreme Court made him that whatever he do, he can have someone killed, me, and get away with it because he's the president. That's what the Supreme Court have done. So our Supreme Court is just as gangster and Republican as they are. So we're in trouble for 3 years. But we just have to wait it out and march and protest and do what we got to do and try to live and survive. That's all we can do. We can't get rid of them. But I tell you, when we vote, we need to vote Democratic and put them Republicans out of power forever. And this country will grow. But as long as you keep going back and forth to Republican, Democrat, the shit ain't never going to get any better. You got to keep one party in there all the time. And we can change America.
Yeah, Gerald.
If that's too hard to understand, God damn, it don't take a brain surgeon to understand this. It's very simple to me. Now, getting everybody to vote Democrat, that's the hard part. Because everybody want to have their own opinion, their own mind. But I'm telling you, most of y'all don't know shit when it comes to voting and reading people for what they are. Because they lie to you, and a lot of y'all believe them.
Yeah,
but they can't lie to me. Because I know a liar when I see him.
Yeah, guys, you know, we can finna bring it to the end.
Yeah.
We got Big Gerald.
It's been nice.
It's been wonderful, man. You know,
yeah.
And I hope some guys out there that, you know, got something up out of the passionate discourse that me and Gerald have. And guys, we on the Doug Best Show, and then we just evolving. Every week, you know, we're gonna try to get different perspective, different people, and we don't want for no reason for nobody out there to think that, you know, that we advocating to do nothing to the honorable president.
Oh no, nobody ain't on it, but somebody kill him. That's on them.
Yeah, but we just
ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah, we just want to just make sure that everybody enjoy themselves tonight. Go home when you go out there. It's a little raining out there, and so the roads are gonna be a little wet. I want to say happy New Year's. And Gerald, man, the pleasure was all mine, man.
Yeah, bro, sure have been.
Yeah, the pleasure is
mine. And your show gonna draw, man. You just stay at it. And people come out and join the Doug Best Show.
Yeah,
and get it to going. And bring Fresno on the map.
Yeah, we gonna just a little time, you know, and you guys just see us. Go to YouTube, type in the Doug Best Show. You see us on the air. If we doing something good, you like it, advocating. If you see something that we need to change, let me know. If you know somebody that want to be a guest on the show, just hit me up, and then we'll make everything smooth. Thanks, Gerald. Thanks, everybody out there. Happy New Year's, baby.
Happy New Year.
And easy on that tequila, easy on the Remy, easy on that cognac. And guys, just enjoy, and then let's just make 2026 a more prosperous year, and I'm sure that we will. God is wonderful. Thank you, Gerald. I appreciate everything, man.
Amen on that.